So, big middle finger to Trek. Never dealing with him again. Why, you might ask? Well, I went to trade my Roscoe 7 and FX2 for a Checkpoint ALR3, and so they didn't have one in stock. So they're like, okay, yeah, we'll order it. It'll be here in like 7 days. Okay, sure. So 9 days goes by. Not a word from them. No bike. So I call him, just, hey, it's a little bit late. What's up? Being as cool as I can about this. And I get told by an employee that it was going to be May 21st before I saw this bike. And the kid I was on the phone with is like, did the manager not tell you about this when he sold you the bike? Like, no, he told me it'd be a week. So, I go, you know what? Have my money waiting for me when I get there, because I knew at this point the two bikes that I had put in were long gone, probably to their used bike distributor or whatever. So I was like, okay, you know what? I want my money. Well, they go, yeah, let me talk to the manager and I'll see if I can get you, refund, store credit, whatever. So the next day comes around, I go to my lunch break. I drive over there. The manager lies to my face, tells me, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that there was a back order on this thing. Bullshit. All right? Excuse my French, although I'm sure you guys have heard me cuss a few times in videos. But there is no way that you don't know this thing's on back order. All right, I work for an auto dealership. We see when cars are back ordered. We see when parts are back ordered. The motorcycle dealership I deal with for my motorcycle, they see when bikes and parts are back ordered. Hell, I order something from Amazon, I see when it's back ordered. So you cannot tell me that the manager of a store, the guy who owns or who orders stuff, did not see that this thing was back ordered. So I go, look, man, I just want my money, right? And he goes, well, I can't do a cash refund, this, that, and the other thing. He feeds me this whole BS about why they can't do that. So it's like, okay, fine, I'll just take store credit so I can just buy parts, tires, stuff like that. Because at this point, I'm done with Trek. Right? I have decided at this point that I will not buy another Trek bike. So it's like, okay, fine, give me store credit and I'll just buy that much worth of bike work tools, something. Or give it to my brother so he can buy my nephews their bikes. Well, a couple days goes by because he's like, yeah, let me look into it, see what I can do for you. A couple days goes by and the same kid I talked to that showed me that the manager had lied to me to get me to buy this bike, because again, there's no way he didn't know there was a back order, so he deceived me into getting into this bike. And then after the fact, oh, by the way, May 21st. Yeah. No. All right. So the kid calls me and he goes, hey, we have one. We found it over in Tennessee. It's the exact bike you want, in the size you want. And it'll take us a week to get it in. Do you want that, or do you still want the store credit? It's like, you know what? I'll take that because I can sell it for cash. All right, like I am at this point, I don't even want the bike. I actually now have a giant Revolt 2 that you'll start seeing videos on, I believe around November is when those videos will start uploading. All right, so like I said, I am done with Trek at this point. So, they order the bike and they go, yeah, it'll be a week. Well, here we are. Once again, the bike is late. So my brother called him today, April 27th of 2026 on my behalf, because I just got too damn busy and didn't have a chance to call him. So he calls them, and then he calls me as I'm just finishing up dinner and tells me that they fed him some BS that the bike will be there tomorrow, but their builder will not be in until Friday, so we won't see it until Friday. Again, they are blatantly lying. You know how we know this? Because the other store that's near us, everybody in that store, to include the general manager, builds the bikes. All right, this store does not have a builder. Everyone in there can build. And it's the same company-wide, I promise you. I bet if I went to El Dorado Hills, Roseville, Sacramento, hell, across the country, anyone in that store could build that bike. So at this point, they know we're pissed, and they are simply being spiteful about this. So, when that bike is finally in hand, I'm going to take it over to the shop I bought the Giant through, and I'm going to have it inspected because I'm selling the bike to my younger brother, and I don't trust the Folsom Trek store to not sabotage this thing and do something to it just out of spite at this point, because I crucified them on the survey that they had the gall to email me today. Like, hey, we screwed you. How about a survey? Give us a good review. Yeah. Right? So, I crucified them on that. I blasted them on Google reviews. I blasted them on Yelp. I blasted them on Facebook. And if they have an Instagram page, yeah, I'll be there to visit as well. So, in the end, I went from this checkpoint having been the 4th trek to, so obviously being loyal to Trek, to I'll never touch another Trek. I won't ride one, even if I'm offered a chance to ride one. I don't care if I get offered a sponsorship by Trek as a company. I won't accept it. I am done with Trek. All right, this is not how you treat a loyal customer. You don't lie to them to get them to make this trade for this bike that you know damn well you may not even be able to get. And tell them, oh yeah, it's going to be a week, and then later on down the road, you find out through an employee that the manager who initially sold you the bike bullshitted you. I don't play that game. So, anyway, guys, just want to put this out there. So, these next few videos, the videos you're going to see up until November, I'll be riding my Roscoe 7 that I no longer have. And then you'll start to see videos where I'm riding the Giant Revolt 2. Just know that I do not recommend Trek anymore. I'm telling you all right now, do not buy Trek. Tell all your friends and family do not buy Trek, because you're just going to get the same treatment that I got. So, anyway, please be sure to subscribe. Use my Amazon links if you want to buy any gear, tubes, that kind of stuff. It helps me a ton. And I'll see you next time.